Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
assholeconsulting.com. Hey, asshole. I'm a 22-year-old born in Haiti, been in the United States for a decade, and lives in Miami. I'm currently going through a very depressing and frustrating time. I was a biology major at FIU, I guess Florida something university, with the goal of becoming a doctor, very likely family medicine. I've been going to school for a total of 3 years, did go to community college for my first 2 years, and this fall semester was beginning my senior year in college. My GPA is currently a 3.1. Not good enough. Many teachers and people during my high school and college years have told me that I cannot be a doctor because they feel like I was not smart enough. Okay, well, that's a first. That's the first time I've ever heard of teachers and people like actually being forthright and upfront and not trying to spare your feelings. I sort of noticed that they were right. However, on the left-hand side, I've grown up by people telling me that you can be whatever you want and work hard for it. Yeah, see, that's the bullshit. Those are the liars. And there goes the problem. I've been putting so much effort, time, and money into becoming a doctor, and unfortunately, I have not been performing at the standard I needed to. I don't even work. All I do is study all day, but I am still not getting good grades. This semester, taking 14 credits was so challenging that I just became disgusted by the amount of studying and decided to drop out of college. I did give it a lot of thinking. My mom cries about the news. For fuck's sake, you fucking women are fucking worthless. Stop crying every time your son doesn't do exactly what the fuck you want him to do. Just, they got trial and error. It's smart. He took a break. Okay? You know, if it's for the health of the kid. What the fuck? Did your life go swimmingly, smoothly? Were there no bumps in your road? Or did you just like, government give me a check, government give me money? What the fuck kind of life do you women live? Mom, I had a cigarette. Where did I fail? Jesus. Where'd we go before I blew up? 40 credit. My mom cries about the news of me quitting, and my dad won't even accept the fact I live with my parents. Oh, for fuck's sake, these goddamn words. Have your parents watch my video. Parents, please stop giving your kids stupid advice. Please show it to them, okay? Show them this video. Hey, parents, you know what? The kid wasn't going down the right path, and he stopped before he pissed away any more of his time and money. That's the most mature decision I think he's made out of all three of you. Fuck. I don't even know how the fuck I did make it this far. Well, because you tried, kid. You tried hard. That's how you made it this far. Okay, you may not have the intelligence, but your determination and your work ethic and your tenacity is certainly not in question. And a 3.1 isn't a bad GPA. It's just not good enough. So don't be too hard on yourself. You gave it your all. That there's nothing more you could have done. So stop beating yourself up over it. You did your best, and that's all anyone could do. You know, I did my best playing basketball. Wasn't exactly, my basketball career was not very well known because it shouldn't be, because it didn't exist. For reasons, no matter how well I try. But, yeah, don't be hard on you. My brain is yelling out, no more fucking being a doctor. Smart move. Med students tell me it's going to be a lot worse. Oh, yeah. Intense studying. Now, after analyzing my whole life, I realize that I am just an incompetent person. No. See, you're going the wrong direction. You're going the complete opposite direction. You got to realize only a third, even though everybody quote goes to college, only a third of the people have bachelor's degrees. So you're already, in your generation, you're in the top half in going to college. And you're making the mistake of comparing yourself to your peers. And your peers are not just people who go to college, but people who are going to become fucking doctors, which is the top 1% of 1% in terms of smart people. So when those are your peers, when you're surrounded by them, you think you're a miserable failure. Compared to the top 1% of 1 people, fine, maybe you are, but compared to the rest of society, no. Like if I go down to Venice Beach, or hang out with Hollywood's elite. So I'm hanging out with Hugh Jackman, Daniel Craig, you and me. We're going to go. Let's go. Okay, here we are. We're off in Hollywood. And we're going to some hoity-toity fucking event. And we got our tuxedos on. And we are in a room with George Clooney, Hugh Jackman, Jude Law, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, who's the other, the James Bond guy, and Clive Owen. And let's throw in The Rock. What's his name? Oh shit! What is The Rock's name? Well, we were just in the room with these guys. Now, if we just compared ourselves to these men, we'd be like, we are the most genetic inferior pieces of fucking shit. Like, fuck, I don't have that smile. I don't have that peppered hair like Clooney. Fucking look at fucking The Rock over here. Jesus Christ, he's got more muscle in his pinky than I do all my entire body. You'd start to feel like pretty shitty. But you're comparing yourself to the elite top 1% of men in that room. It's the same thing here. So now you think you're an incompetent person. No, trust me, I've met incompetent people, okay? You're not incompetent. So don't now underestimate yourself and never give it a shot. You just tried to aim for like the hardest thing to get into in the entire fucking world, becoming a doctor. All right? So not everybody makes it. That doesn't mean you're not competent. Right? So that's what you've done, is you just compared yourself to George Clooney and say, shit, I didn't beat George Clooney in a good-looking men contest. Like, I mean, if we went up there to a bachelor auction up against those guys, guarantee you, we'd be the last ones to be bidded upon, if at all. Doesn't mean we're ugly. It's just we're not the top 1% like them. Now, after analyzing my whole life, I realize I am just an incompetent. It is very sad. I mean it. So now I need some advice of what to do with my life, if not to take it away. Suicide, because I don't think that there is a place for dumb people in this world. You're not dumb. You just told you you're not dumb. I have just lost my specific goal in life, but the broader goal remains, and it is not to be poor for the rest of my life. That is a very attainable goal. Very easy. I don't know how this goal will accomplish neither. So now, Clary, how the fuck do I know where should my life go now? Please give me full advice while keeping my following listed ideas, questions, or fact in mind. 1, the reason I'm so sad is because I'm a 22-year-old virgin. Oh, Jesus, now we're bringing all of that. And now becoming this great loser. How the fuck am I going to go and date with super high-quality women? I may die as a virgin. I will not date low-quality women, even though I am a low... You're not a low-quality... Jesus Christ. All right, number 1, stop with the low-quality... You're not. You just went up... Look... Let's say you went up against the Russian military with a pellet gun. You think you're going to win? You're not going to win. That doesn't mean you're not a good fighter, okay? So stop with this low-quality thing. Let's address the 22-year-old virgin. Okay, look, here's the thing. You're kind of in the exact same situation. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 23. Now, the reason I don't get worked up about it, I'm a loser, because there's a damn good reason. I was working full-time and going to school full-time. And when it came to a choice of go to a bar and spend $4 on drinks per drink for a woman to get her inebriated and not eat that week, or go to a party and have fun and maybe get laid and not pay rent, there was no time. No time. Not once did I say, oh, I can't get laid because I'm this loser. It's like, no, I can't get laid because when you patrol at 3 a.m. on the University of Minnesota campus, not a lot of single fuckable women walking around at that point in time. So you got to put yourself in your perspective. You've been busting your ass off studying this entire time. You're probably living at home. And I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume your parents are kind of like, not controlling, but traditional. If they want you, we came from Haiti, we come to the United States, you're going to study, and they're very traditional. And so they probably maybe, kept you from going out and, going to a cigar lounge or going salsa dancing and meeting a girl. So don't let that bother you. You got to put yourself, now, hey, you give me all the money the frat boys had and the Carlson School of Graduate with their hats on backward. Yeah, don't worry, I would have gotten laid just plenty of time. But don't let this hang over you. It takes time. You got to go to a bar. You got to go and talk to you. You got to chat them up. So you're not going to die a virgin. Don't worry. Go run, get in shape. I mean, seriously, it was pretty much once I graduated. I even turned down a couple girls because that's the other thing. You don't want to contract STDs. There are instances where I'm really excited. I was like, oh, you got any condoms? No, but we don't need them. Yes, we do. Yes, we do need them. So don't let that albatross hang you down too much. 2, I would like to make at least $100,000 by the time I'm 30 years old. No, dude, you're not. No, again, you're making your goals impossible. Can you make 130,000 by 30? You can. Less than 1% of the 30-year-olds do. Did you check that statistic? No, I didn't, but it's around there, all right? Stop making your goals impossible. You can do that by not becoming a doctor. You could become in IT. There are plenty of other careers. You have to study your ass off, and you're going to have to go and do things people don't want to do, like chemical engineering and all that other good stuff. But it's going to be hard, and most people don't do it. They're too lazy. You're not lazy. At least you don't have that. But that's a stupid goal. Don't put arbitrary numbers of 100,000 by 30. No. You don't control that much in life. You don't. Okay? Especially with this economy that your parents probably voted in with the Democrats. Did they vote Democrat? Did you vote Democrat? Did you vote to hate against the corporations and make all those evil rich people pay? And now they've shipped their money overseas and there's no jobs here? In that regard, you might be responsible for not making 100,000 by 30. But no, statistically speaking, it's not likely to happen. So forgive yourself on that. I'm thinking about joining the Army because I feel like I've been parasites to this great country, wasting taxpayers' money and dropping out of school, so I want to give back. I don't know how you're a parasite. You went to school, you dropped out, your credits didn't go away, you're still going to get your degree. You're 22 years old. Shit, most of your white counterparts out in the spoiled, rotten suburbs end up fucking staying at home till they're 26 and working as a fucking barista while mommy and daddy pay for the cell phone bills. So don't, easy on yourself, kid, easy. I mean, you're not gonna, especially with the amount of underemployment and the lack of economic growth, the opportunity for you to, quote, give back to the country and start working is just not there. It is not in your control. So you got to give up on it. You did your best. That's it. That's it. You did your best. And that's all you can do. That's it. So let it go, man. You should wake up, say, hey, you know what? I did my best. I mean, if you should be angry, you should be angry about the situation of the world out there. Why aren't there more jobs? And then you start learning about politics and economics. You say, oh, shit, maybe the Democrats are a bunch of socialist dipshits. Anyway, but that's not your control, right? The Army is a good way to go. It'll give you something to do. Watch my video. Don't try until you're 35. That's another great video to kind of put things in context as to why you should stop being so hard on yourself. Because no one is going to take a 22-year-old that seriously. 4, I don't want to go back to college, maybe after the military, since they will pay for it. The military will give you great ideas, too. You might want to know what you go back to college. Right now, you don't have a plan. Your plan A fell through. You're not going to become a doctor. And I'm going to intend to agree with you. Because with the 3.1 pre-med, and you've tried it, you're not going to make it through med school. And truthfully, look up the post a doctor wrote in about why you don't want to become a doctor. He says, I'll find it on the internet. Why you don't want to become a doctor, I think search Captain Capitalism, why you don't want to become a doctor. You may have dodged a bullet. You may have dodged a bullet and say, oh shit, this was not worth it. A lot of lawyers, a lot of doctors say they'd never do it again. So when you go into the military, right now you use it as a stopgap measure. It's something to do. You certainly learn things. You probably get laid now because, you'll be on base, and uniform doesn't hurt either with the ladies. But it'll give you perspective. You say, oh, maybe maybe you could become a pilot. Maybe you become a mechanic. Maybe, you find I didn't know this. Shit, maybe you make a great military commander. You don't know. You haven't tried enough things because you've had the horse blinders on. Oh, I gotta become a doctor and nothing else because that's what my parents said. Lord Almighty, you could save us from the fucking Chinese invasion, and then they make a statue. You teach at West Point. You don't know. So I think the military is a good idea for now. But you don't even have to join it. I'm just saying it's not the worst idea. If I go into the military, should I focus on IT or technician? Yeah, those aren't bad ideas. Yeah, give it a shot. But how would I know if I would be successful at them? You don't. I don't want to die in war. Nobody does. I may use my GI Bill to go to school for one of the two. Stop trying to plan your life out decades in advance. A year. Just a year. Join the military. Reassess. Okay, here I am in the military. I took these tests. They assessed my skills. They say I'm really good at this. I really suck at that. And then I'm going to pick one in here. And then when you're in the military, guess what? No one's going to stop you from taking classes and taking on added duties and additional training. I kind of like this. I want to learn more on that. And then they always have college classes. They always got school. You got the GI Bill. Use that to explore and figure shit out for yourself. And then whether you stay in the military or not, you then have a game plan going forward. And you could die in war. Kind of a drawback of the military. They didn't know if you guys knew this or not. I'm always fucking parents my age. I didn't know they'd go get killed. I didn't know that. It's like, God, my generation is fucking full of stupid people. If I don't go in the Army, I will want a full-time, simple job, and at the same time teaching myself some skills like security license. I already have a CNA license, Microsoft Office accounting, or IT skills. You already have those? I don't want to use my CNA license, but because I fail at being a doctor, I hate the medical field now. Plus, I thought it was a IT certification. Plus, I don't want to work around doctors, for which I envy so much. Go work and see what they say. See if you really enjoy it. That might not be the worst thing. Certified nursing assistant. Yeah, I mean, at least you got a skill. Pure science and engineer is too hard for me. I failed calculus one time and calc 2 times. Yeah, okay, maybe engineer is not your cup of tea. I hate paper. See, and I'm actually giving you more credit. A lot of people always say, well, I tried and it didn't work. Really? Did you really try? There's no doubt in my mind you actually did try. So there's no doubt about that. I hate paperwork and bureaucracy, so no job in the future in accounting. Plus, I'm a very slow person. It is difficult to change. If I go into the Army or straight up full-time work, I will live a super minimalist lifestyle over the years to save money and then start a business if I ever get a high-paying job. Please touch on these points, add anything you want, other career options, because I have no idea right now. Please give me a discount. No. Oh, listen to this. And please give me a discount because I am black, a helpless minority. Just Joe. Oh, look at that. He got me. The fucker got me. Man, look at that. He caught me. I should have given him a discount. Shit. Yeah, I already paid. But seriously, I'm super broke. That's a video. Okay, here's the deal. You don't have to go into the military. That's not your main problem. Your main problem is like every other 22-year-old, even those that graduated and have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, they don't know what they want to do. I didn't even know I know what I wanted to do, and I tried to do it, and I did do it, and then I hated it. It wasn't until 4 or 5 years ago, all of a sudden, this is what I was called to do. You have to find out what the world wants you to do. That is what, if you could figure that out earlier, the better, okay? Doesn't matter what you want to do, especially if the world is going to not pay you, in the case of theater art majors, or you just don't have the moral capacity to do it, like in my case, saying, no, let's not lend money to these bankrupt real estate developers. You're not a game team player and all that. You got to find out what the world wants to pay you for. Now, that takes time. A lot of people live their entire lives never finding that out. You're ahead of the game. You're 22. You dropped out before you went to medical school. That's awesome. You've saved yourself an inordinate amount of pain and money. And now you're doing the very wise thing of reassessing. But you have such a drive that it is actually hurting you. It's a disadvantage. I gotta do that. Whoa. The world is not going to be conducive to you driving that hard. They're not going to give you that opportunity. When I was 22, dude, seriously, I was willing to work 80 hours a week. Could have done it. I could have blown everything out of the water. No one is going to give you that opportunity, right? So you got to figure out what the world wants. Now, that means sampling different things. It sounds like you already are. You're like looking at accounting, IT, Microsoft license. You got your certified nursing assistant. Not bad for a 22-year-old kid. Don't know a lot of whitey folk doing that, right? So there is no question about your determination. You just got to, before you go gunning for it again, figure out what you like and what's going to pay. And then when you figure out, like, holy shit, I really like whatever. You become a helicopter mechanic, I don't know. Or holy shit, you just like being in the fucking military. Then you put your resources and effort into it. And holy shit, I'd be afraid to see where you go. I don't think you'd be stopped. Now, you may not be able to do advanced mathematics. You may not be able to put, satellites on comets. But you're determined, and you're not dumb. That's the other. Oh, by the way, take an IQ test. Figure out exactly what your IQ is. All right? Go online, figure it out. Because I think that'll tell you specifically where you are, and will kind of disprove your false belief that you're dumb. I mean, because you got to realize how many people are out there, okay? You've been comparing yourself to the fucking Hugh Jackmans of the world. So get that done. But then, yes, outside of the military, yes, you could go ahead and try and sample all this stuff. But right now, I would strongly recommend the military, even though you might get killed, even though you might have to kill people. Because there's just no other opportunities for young people like yourself, 22 years old, that have this kind of determination, that has this kind of work ethic, and will reward you for it. I mean, you go in there and you can try a bunch of different things. Yes, you're going to have to get your ass kicked in basic. Yes, you're going to have to answer to some dickhead fucking drill sergeant, and your CEO may be a dick. Yes, I understand all that. But while you're there, you got food, clothing, and shelter paid for. You can try all this different shit, try a little bit here, try a little bit there, and it's not going to be a year. It's going to be 2 or 3 years, and also going to say, I think I kind of like it, and then it will become apparent. Then look at the situation you're in. Food, clothing, shelter paid for, got a little bit of cash stored up, got the GI Bill, and then you have the option. Well, do I want to re-up? Do I want to stay in the military? Or I know I've had enough of the military, now I know what I want to do. Okay? So you need to do a little wandering in the desert. You don't have to make a decision tomorrow. Let it happen naturally. Try different things. Join the military in the meantime. And you know, if you don't want to go in the military, CNA, try some different classes or whatever. But take your time, and for above all else's fucking sake, kid, forgive yourself. Just forgive you. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing. You gave it your shot. You did it. Okay? And I think, seriously, in 3 years' time, you know, going easy on yourself, assessing instead of focusing, and whoa, let's take a look at the lay of the land. You're going to come up with a better plan that's based on the real world and something you can achieve. Right? So go easy on yourself. Yeah, now that you're not in school, now go to some parties, go get laid. Best of luck. Doodles.